following is brought to you by Falzo Filter Supply Company.
You're listening to the Smells Like Middle-Aged Spirit podcast.
What smells so bad?
It's strong, but you'll get used to it. Now here's your hosts, Nick Stevenson and
buddy.
Chris Clark.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, whatever time of day it is, wherever you may be listening in the world. Welcome to episode 35 of the Smells Like Middle-Aged Spirit podcast. It's been a minute since I've had anybody sitting across from me in Studio A. What's going on, fellas?
What's up, dude?
Oh, man. You know Chris Clark is in the building, and if you don't recognize the face of the gentleman directly to his left, that is Jonathan Hughes, good friend of ours. He's been on the show before, episode 14.
Remotely.
Yes, but now we get to see your beautiful face.
Oh, sorry, guys.
So I thank you guys for showing up. We're doing another episode of Laughter is the Best Medicine. I think we can all agree in this time and age that we're living in, that's going to be something good for us to do. They sit down and share a few laughs together.
There you go.
Jonathan, if anybody in the last 10 seconds that this show has been on now doesn't know, one of the big reasons we wanted to bring you on is because we want you to be a part of our team. That sexy voice of yours is piercing through the microphone into the listeners' ears. And so what this was supposed to be framed as was kind of a audition / rehearsal, see how the chemistry goes. I feel good about it already. We haven't even started, but we sit down and we do this bullshit on the weekends anyway without microphones in front of our face. So I felt like it was going to be pretty easy. Larkin is not here today. I thought about possibly bringing in another guy dressed up as her, but
It would have been hard to try to pull that one off.
yeah, but we are still looking for a female voice to join the show in the future. It's been a rough few weeks, man. We're just trying to get to the finish line, have a good time. So, Jonathan, I appreciate you joining us. Chris, it's good to see you, man. And first of all, what the hell's been going on with y'all before we? I feel like I haven't seen y'all other than we just celebrated the last week of soccer.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I've been fucking. I tell myself this every single fucking time it happens. Every time. I've been tucked away in my fucking room for like 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
And I tell myself, like, just, it's all good, man. Like, let it happen. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
You been on Facebook? Have you been on Facebook?
I've been on.
Time to take a break from social media again?
Bro, no, it's not even Facebook. Like, I'm done with the crazies on Facebook.
Yeah.
I actually called one out the other day.
Right.
Which I don't ever fucking do.
Yeah, me neither.
No, the election, man. I just been like
Yeah.
glued to my fucking phone, man. And I found a couple days ago, I was like, you know what?
Guilty as charged.
There was an election happening?
Yeah, no
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. Guilty as charged. I was
just
doing
had
the
to-
same
I
shit.
had to really back up, man. Like, really, like, okay, none of this pertains to you personally.
Yes, we were not practicing what we preach, is
No.
basically what you're saying.
Right, exactly. I'm
And
like,
I did the same thing. And I mean, it's kind of a historical moment and it's an important moment in the country, but like you said, anything in moderation is fine. When you get too much,
right.
it's not good for you, man.
Right.
And I was doing the same thing. I've been glued to my phone and or the TV
Right.
for the past couple of weeks. And
It's
that's
just
probably
not
part of the
fucking
reason
healthy.
it's
It's
not.
just not healthy,
You
man.
start not, like you said, you start not sipping your own Kool-Aid
Right.
that you've been telling other people
Right.
this ain't important,
Right.
which it isn't. I mean, it is, but it isn't. It's not as important as people want to make it when they're
Correct.
getting in all these debates and trying to
Yeah.
scare one another.
Right.
And like at the end of the day, if you didn't pay attention to it, if you turned it off, you wouldn't even have known the difference.
Right.
It's still gonna be there when you come back.
Right.
So, but I mean, I just haven't seen y'all because work, COVID.
Yeah.
It's just been crazy, man. And then
Yeah.
we had a couple of cancellations, and
Yeah.
fortunately, Chris, Haley, she's gotten better, and you guys
yeah.
are out in the world again. But we had that little bit of a scare, so it was just weird. I ran into Jonathan at the clinic to get COVID tested.
We were jockeying for space. I was
Didn't
like,
even
first.
didn't even expect that to happen.
Yeah.
But Yeah, it's been weird, man. So it's good to just be back here on the mic.
Yeah.
Let's talk some shit. We have a real life Florida man with us, and he's the Florida man fact checker.
You hit me with a Florida man when I was telling you about something that happened to me when I was a lifeguard in Florida. Like, look, that's a Florida man story.
I'm just saying, you've told us before. You can tell us if it's a real Florida man story because you're from Florida. First of all, what part of Florida are you from?
I'm representing the 904.
The 904. Duval.
Yep, I get hate every day because Jaguar fan, and we live in Houston, Texas for the past 6 years now.
Yeah.
And
That's all right. We got a
most-
shitty football team.
Yeah,
too.
Houston Texan fans are hiding under a rock right now, too.
Oh, my
They're not
God.
going to talk no shit to you.
I'm
Actually,
a little lower on that rock because you're only 2 wins. These guys.
right. That drives me nuts when Texans fans are talking shit to other teams. Like, dude, we suck. Like,
Right,
Texan fans and
right.
Cowboys fans are always getting into it. And okay, I understand when we're good and they suck. Yeah, go ahead, rub it in a little bit. But the Cowboys could be like 10-4. We could be 2-8 or whatever, and they're gonna.
Cowboys.
Right.
Bro, I tell you what, I've always been one of them fuck Cowboys. I don't like the fucking Dallas Cowboys, but I tell you what, fucking Dak Prescott, when he left that field, bro, after that
Yeah.
injury, that pulled on my fucking heartstrings. I
That
was
was
like,
gruesome.
man, I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but he didn't sign a contract
No.
with,
No, he's
with
still
Dallas. He's
no
a free agent, right?
He's still looking for a big deal,
right.
and he might not get it now.
And that's over, I think.
Yeah.
For the record, we're going to laugh at Chris when his mama hears this episode.
Well, no, Mama knows. Cowboys? Mama knows. Mama knows.
Yeah, Chris ain't got whooped in about 15 years, but it's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But I don't know. When that's another thing, like people take sports very seriously and it
Right.
gets heated.
Seriously.
Right.
It gets really heated
Right.
and personal, and it's like, okay, so that's another reason when we started the podcast, I'm like, let's not talk about sports either, because in Texas that is religion.
Yeah,
Yeah, oh,
you
yeah.
peaked in high school JV football.
Right.
Not
Chill
even
out.
varsity.
in Texas, football is religion. So we say we won't talk about religion, so that means we can't talk about football either. But hey, you know what? The Astros are still the 2017 World Series champions. Anyway,
Where's my trash can? No.
I got one right behind you. All right, man. So we thought we'd get together, bullshit a little bit. You know where I went to? I went to the Huffington Post to find funny stories. That's my jam.
I was going to say, that's your shit, man.
That's my shit. But I'm gonna leave Florida alone today. I think I'm fucking with Arizona. I think that's fitting for what just took place. I'm gonna fuck with Arizona now.
Dude, I saw a fucking meme the other day, and y'all, I'm sure I've seen the same one. It's that fucking sloth with
The counters or whatever.
The counters in the bottle, like,
Oh yeah.
bro, I fucking laughed at that for days, man. Fucking golden.
That's hilarious. All right, man. Well, Jonathan, you are our guest of honor today. So we're going to let you share some funny stories that you found first. And then we got news stories. We got some personal stories. You guys know how we do. We're just going to bullshit and share some laughs together. So let's see what Jonathan's got in store.
So we said we were kind of stay away from the Florida man stories a little bit, but I do have a few that's kind of funny.
We love to look.
Oh.
First of
And
all,
these ones are legit Florida man. Where I was telling you before, everything gets labeled Florida man.
Right.
However, I'm showing you a few. I was like, nope.
Nope.
That chick was in South Carolina because I saw that
that's
like 2 weeks ago.
Florida's ugly cousin. You know,
I thought that was Alabama. But either way.
Alabama, Tennessee, they're all inbred over there. But I figure since you're here and you give us permission, we can talk about Florida. All right.
Permission, nothing, man. Yeah, bash away. I've been in Texas for 6 years now. At some point, I got to start calling this place home. So
you
I
go.
mean,
That's true. When you can cheer for the Texans. it's
so
okay.
one of the funny things is everybody when they think about Florida, it's all white sandy beaches. It's beautiful over there. They don't realize that's just the coastline.
Mm-hmm.
Florida's pretty. It's not Texas big, but it's big, and
Yeah.
all the central areas are country.
Yes, I think
And
banjos when I think of Florida.
Really?
a lot of areas,
Yes.
man. Oh yeah, you get out to like Stark and stuff like that. That's where I learned how to chase alligators. Yes, I learned how to chase alligators.
Next time we do a Florida man story, I'm gonna have to prepare this. We're gonna play banjos in the background.
But like the one that got me that I kind of like kept chuckling at over and over, it was a little back with Hurricane Irma. It was like thousands of gun owners in Florida planning on shooting down Hurricane Irma. It's like the highlight of the guy out like duck hunting or something like that. That's
Yeah.
like the picture they shoot.
Yeah.
It's like, man, how are y'all? Come
People are like,
on.
"Oh, that's funny." Like, no, dude, that's not a joke.
That
That's
ain't
real.
no joke. Them motherfuckers at the coastline waiting.
Yeah, they hit that meth pretty hard and But that one had me laughing a good little while. Another one that I just showed Chris a little bit right before we started was about Florida man arrested in local park for practicing karate on swans.
It's all eaten up.
Oh my goodness.
He got his ass kicked by swans.
You got to send me that.
Why are
'cause
you
I'm gonna put
fucking
it
with the
on-
birds, man?
Dude, we talked about this in the episode we were talking about fears. I don't fuck with birds, man.
Really?
Yesterday
Yeah.
I was on a barge and a fucking pelican swooped over my head. I almost shit my pants, man.
Yeah, them
Have you?
motherfuckers.
Those fuckers are huge.
They are
This motherfucker had a
massive.
wingspan was like 6 or 7 feet.
Yep.
And you know he's down there drinking all that dirty, toxic water.
They used to fuck with me when I had my little blue boat and I take it out to Sylvan Beach. They always used to
Yeah.
fuck with me. I take about whole shrimp, bait it up, and I fucking cast it out. Then big fucking birds would just swim.
Yeah,
out of
they
the fucking
come down.
air.
Look at this chump. He's gonna do it again.
And then all the people looking at me like I'm fucking crazy. Got a big ass pelican flying around on a fucking string. I'm like, he fucking ate it. Good God, man. The fucking birds are dumb.
Oh man, that totally redefines fly fishing.
Yeah, no shit.
We did that in high school once. We tied off some fishing line to like one of the benches in the courtyard, and we're throwing stuff out for the seagulls.
Yeah.
And just watching them.
That's fucked up. A Florida man.
Hashtag Florida man.
A Florida man goes fishing for seagulls. That's funny, man. We'll get back to some of those. You got one, Chris?
Yeah, so hold on. I found the story we were talking about earlier. Hold on. I'm gonna get the exact location before I.
Yeah, man. Let's make sure we
All
call
right.
out the county.
Hicksville, Long Island.
Okay, we're leaving Florida alone.
I'm gonna leave Florida. I had a Florida story, but I'm gonna switch it up.
So this is Long Island, New York.
Oh, where's the city again?
Hicksville,
All right,
Long Island.
you can just stop right there. 'Cause this is gonna be good.
Okay.
Okay.
So this news article is super short, but in the video, it's this guy, and you can buy these fucking old ass police cruisers. They're all beat the fuck up, like the Crown or not the Crown Vics, right?
Yeah.
Homeboy fucking buys a police bar and slaps that bitch on top of his car, and he's fucking cruising around, and he decides to pull somebody over, right? And every fucking car nowadays has a dash cam.
Right.
Homeboy fucking walks up, and the dash cam's pointed right at him. I mean, you can see the driver, and you can see this.
So
Cop.
this is the person who got pulled over. They had a dash cam.
They had a dash cam.
Okay.
Okay. This motherfucker walks up, and he's in this fucking. Have you ever seen those military guys that like do the stolen valor, and they're trying to?
Yes.
Okay, picture that. Like, whack. The fucking uniform he's wearing is like a 3. This dude is maybe your size. He's in a fucking 3X shirt that's like halfway tucked in. He's got this fucking Mickey Mouse police badge, like a toy police badge on, okay? He's got this Kevlar fucking belt, which cops wear the leather belts and the fucking leather holsters and shit. Homeboy pulls up and he's like, I clocked you doing 110 and a 60. And the motherfucker looks at him like, what? What are you talking about? He's like, step out of the car. And he's like, look, I'm not stepping out of the car. I need you to call somebody. Like, and it's like a confrontation. The dude doesn't
So
have
the dude's not buying it at all.
No, he's not. He's got a taser on him, but he does not have a gun on him.
Got all this shit from an army surplus thrift store.
Right. That's exactly. So, just so be it. I guess it was a constable or a state trooper. He fucking sees what's going on this side, and he fucking loops around. He runs the plates on this fucking 1990 Crown Vic and realizes this ain't a cop. It's not outfitted like a cop's car. Like, he's just got a fucking, like, it's like a security light bar, right? Bro, I guess the cop felt bad because the dude something was obviously wrong with
Like,
him.
he was
Like,
off.
something's not right here. But he was like, tell me what's going on. And like the whole time he's like, step away from that car for a little, step away from that car for a little bit, step away from the car.
Yeah.
And like he's backing him up. And he's like, well, I clocked him doing 110 and a 60. He's like, do you have that proof? He's like, I'm so sorry, man. I'm actually off duty. I've left I took all the equipment out of my car and left it at my house. And the
So
cops.
how'd you clock him?
And now we're looking at the cop's badge cam.
Yeah.
And the cop's like, you took the equipment out of your car? Like, you took the police equipment out of your car? And he's like, yeah, man, it's something I do every night so don't get stolen. Like, homeboy had a fucking story. And, dude, I'm sitting there like, are you fucking kidding me? Cop goes up, lets that girl go. And he's like, bro, I know you're not a cop. Like, take that little badge off, like put your hand behind your back, you're under arrest. He's like, you're arresting a peace officer. You're arresting a peace officer. And he's like, I've ran your plates, dude. Like, you're not a cop.
Game over.
Yeah, like this is not fucking let's play mall cop shit.
And that's like an offense, like impersonating
Hicksville,
an
Yeah, dude.
officer.
Long Island.
He fucking took him. They arrested him. That's about all I know of it. Yeah, it was fucking
Have
whack,
you seen
bro.
the movie Let's Be Cops?
Yes.
See, when it comes to movie references, this is my guy. I actually wanted to do a trivia where I just play a clip from a movie, and I know you'd be able to tell me what it was.
Stacy actually has me a shirt. It says, I speak fluent movie quotes.
For sure. The movie Let's Be Cops. You got to check it out. It's freaking hilarious. It's the same thing. A guy dresses up as a cop, like for some, I don't know, it was for a party,
They were
right?
a party, yeah.
Yeah, and like all of a sudden he's walking down the street and everybody's like, hello, officer, and like giving him respect. And he's like a total loser who like lives in his mom's house. He plays video games, but like, and all of a sudden like chicks are digging him and waving at him. So he goes and he outfits a car like
Same way. Just
to the T, like as a cop car, and they run around pretending to be cops and like they end up getting into like some real shit. It's fucking hilarious. You should check it out. So yeah, but wherever Hicksville, Long Island is, I'm assuming that's New York. Is that New York?
I mean,
Long Island, New York, right? He's gonna Google it.
I was gonna say, we got this wonderful handheld thingamadoo in our
So I decided, while you look that up, I just need to know where the police are so nice that when you do shit, they don't beat the fuck out of you and tase you. Because that's a dangerous
get ripped
situation.
out- yeah, get
First of
ripped out
all,
your
ladies, if some phony ass cop pulls you over, like just
Yeah,
go.
New York.
Okay, that's what I figured. There's hillbillies in New York too. It's all over the place, man. We don't have to pick on Florida. I promised
Right.
I was gonna leave Florida alone today.
As I was looking up
This
some-
story is actually.
I was looking up stories to kind of give you something separate from what you've already read and found out.
Mm-hmm.
I actually saw something where it's like some news anchor that goes around and tests people on, is this actually a Florida man story or is it somewhere else?
Yeah,
And
yeah. There's probably some Texas stories that got turned into Florida man stories.
I got one that I swear to God could have been Houston, but it was in Florida. And it was like, dude got pulled over, couldn't provide proof of ID. So he tried to show on the cop his mixtape CD to show his proof of
Look, it's me on the front of the fucking album
I'm
cover.
talking tight grill, dreads, the whole shebang. Like he was like, no, no,
Fuck
no.
off. Oh my god.
It has my name right there. Iced out Pimp Jeezy. Obviously, that's funny. This story I found is from New Jersey. And this is something that I guess could happen to anybody. It's about a mom who decided to bake some cookies for her son on his first birthday. Jen, a mom from New Jersey, recently tried to recreate a very sweet family tradition. See, when she was born, her mom would buy cookie cutters and make a cookie cut of the age that she was. They even have a picture here. She did the same thing for her daughter's fourth birthday. Okay? So the son is 1. It says, for his first birthday on June 17th, naturally, she wanted to partake in this tradition. So she got the number 1 cookie cutter. Now, her husband, his name's JT. After the cookies are baked, it says, Jen got to work. She baked up the cookies and ice cream. And as they were cooling, her husband, JT, walked in the kitchen and took a long, hard look at the cookies. Huffington Post is trying to beat her on the bush. These motherfuckers look like dicks.
I was gonna say straight up.
Those are the cookies.
Oh yeah.
I'll put the picture for the viewing audience. I'll put the picture. These motherfuckers look like dicks.
Dick cookies.
That's a
Those are
brattle.
some motherfucking dick cookies.
That's a brattle shower party right there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And I think we have some audio of when these were served.
You're gonna learn today.
All right.
Got him.
That's embarrassing, man. But you know what? Of course, it's the dad who noticed that.
Right.
Like, poor mom. Like, you know.
She worked really hard on that.
See, we dads live for that shit. So when we're like, oh,
I mean, it
About
looks.
to be serving dick cookies.
Dude, that's exactly what they look like. It's really unfortunate. And they have blue balls too. So yeah, Jen didn't see it. Once he pointed it out, she gave me a defiant, no, they look like ones. But JT disagreed with his wife and found no resemblance to something completely different than the number 1. So amusing, he decided to snap a photo and post them on Twitter. #dick cookies. And yeah, people were eating that shit up. No pun intended. So yeah, man, there's been times that I've tried to do a nice gesture and fucked it up. So I can
We've all been there.
Yeah, I can sympathize with Jen, but yeah, I'm gonna put the picture up. Those are definitely some weenie cookies. She should have known.
I mean, that's. I say it's apparent, but like when you're putting your heart and soul into something, and you're like you're really trying, I can see the other side of it.
Yeah, maybe men are just immature.
Right.
I blame the cookie cutter company, like, because there's the cookie cutter, and you're not gonna get that sharp corner right there.
A little more?
Yeah, I'm sorry, you're not gonna get that sharp corner right there.
No.
There's no way in hell.
No.
Like it's destined to look like a peener. Alrighty, man. So that I found funny. I also found another Florida man story
Hit
in the
him.
Huffington Post.
You can do it, man.
I'm just gonna read the headline. Florida man calls 911 repeatedly to complain that his weed has been stolen.
Is it legal there yet?
No.
Okay.
It is absolutely not legal.
Okay.
They're
And
actually starting to hit medical cards and stuff, but that's
Right.
another story.
Right.
All I'm trying to say is this dude had to been a couple of shades darker. This motherfucker, the cop just like, he's like, dude, can you please stop calling us? The dispatcher's like, can you stop calling us to tell us that your weed is stolen? And then ends up going on Twitter and like posting a video on Twitter like, aha, this is funny. Like, come on, man. Florida man, remember we did the story where the dude was smoking weed in the courtroom? Like,
Yes, yeah.
y'all got some balls out there,
Y'all
man.
wild.
It's hot.
Y'all got some balls out
It's
there.
hot.
Is it the heat? That's what it is. Oh man, it's not the heat; it's the humidity. Shit, man. But yeah, that's the two that I had. You have more Florida stories?
Dude, I got Florida stories.
Because I got
for
some
days.
personal shit. I'm gonna go ahead and make fun of myself. First of all, on my birthday, I want to see if you guys are down for this. Hopefully, COVID will be gone. Like seriously, what I want to do is get together and do a roast of Nick.
Boom, roasted.
I could get on board with that. I could get on board
But
with that.
here's the caveat.
Okay.
I get to roast y'all back.
Well, at the end, that's kind of the whole gist. You've
Right.
seen it, right?
I'm just saying, and nobody. Look, nobody can hurt my feelings. It's
Right.
funny, but you're gonna get roasted back. And I was hoping you guys
Oh,
would be
dude,
down.
I'm so
coming
down
in
with
with
this. I've been watching. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I've been watching
Let's
fucking
go.
roast of who was it? Oh, Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber,
The
man.
Justin Bieber
Fuck,
roast is
man.
classic. That's classic.
Fuck, that
that
was
one and
cold.
the Donald Trump one was pretty good.
Yeah, the raccoon.
Who else?
Fucking awesome.
They did William Shatner. That was a good one. Yeah, that's kind of what gave me the idea. I was like, you know what? I can make fun of myself, which I'm gonna do in this episode at some point. But I was thinking for my birthday, let's do a roast of Nick.
About to find out how he really feels
Bro,
about us.
I can't. You got to
Hey.
give me some serious.
My birthday's not till May. You have time.
okay.
You're gonna be able to
Okay.
write your material.
Good. We're gonna get it, dude.
He's starting
We're gonna
tonight.
fucking get it. Oh my god, I can't wait.
Yes, sir. What you got over there, Jonathan?
So this one I pulled up just because it was funny to me because it hits a little closer to home for us. Because again, we all bullshit on the weekends. We sometimes we drink a little too much than we should. But this one was it was a Florida man calls 911 repeatedly to report lack of vodka, and I was like, man,
Vodka, weed.
I was like,
I'm seeing a pattern here.
I could see that being like 11, 12 o'clock rolls around. The girls are all, honey, we're go run to the run to the store. We're out of vodka. No, I ain't going to the damn store. Go, no.
Like this, this is what I get.
Yes, 911. My husband's an asshole.
For real. Hey, I don't want to start chopping on you now because I don't want to ruin it for the roast. But that is so fucking true. Haley don't even have to say shit to him. It's just
Nope.
And that sound like triggers Chris.
She's got a stick
Like,
over
I
there like
guarantee
dance
you,
monkey.
bro, I guarantee you go over his house, he's sleeping in his chair, just walk up to him with a cup and shake it. I bet you
Pops
do it.
up.
I love my wife. I love my wife.
Happy wife, happy life.
That's it.
We love your wife too. It's just we keep it real.
Happy wife, happy life, baby.
No, that's about it. I mean, I probably could come up with more. And like again, you made fun of me about that Florida man story earlier because I got hit by a shark on my ankle when I was a lifeguard when I was younger.
Yeah,
and,
see, this is what I want to get into.
Just little baby shit. They chase fish in the shallows.
One of the things we talk about when we do Laughter is the Best, or sometimes on Wheel of Spirit, is dumb shit you did as a kid.
Yes.
And I told the story about how we used to hide in the bush and jump out in front of cars and see if you can get the car to stop. That was a legit game.
Whew.
Like,
We used to
I think about it now.
Yeah, you talk about again.
Can you imagine seeing your
stupid
fucking
Florida
kids
man.
do that shit?
Stupid Florida
I'll
man.
beat your
Me and
ass.
my friends thought it was funny to run gas strips. Like we'd see headlights and we would run with a gas can just from one side of the street to the other and wait till they got closer and light that bitch on fire. So there, all of a sudden there's this flame going across the road. You got some people that just speed through. You hear them. Other guys slam their brakes on.
Bro, I always wanted to do that.
I'm
but
not
I never
saying it was
did.
smart.
No, man, I used to want to play Back to the Future, bro. Put like 2 lines again, like drive our bikes past and then just light it and try to chase it with the bike. Oh, man, I always wanted to do that shit. That's one thing I didn't do. But I have this story, and I wonder if my father remembers this. This was in the early 90s, probably like, I think I was in the 1st grade. You remember when the Beverly Hillbillies came out and they're like, hey, y'all, let's give them a California howdy. And they're flipping people off.
Yeah.
Dude, me and my cousin, we don't know what that means. All we know is like our parents were laughing really hard at that shit. So one day my dad's home watching me and my cousin and he's doing dishes and he looks out the window and me and my cousin are outside and every car that passes by, we're just like... And every time a car passes, we're like, and cars are honking at us, yelling out the window like, what the fuck's wrong with you? And my dad is like...
Shit's like Mr. Bean driving around just...
So he opens up the window because he's looking out the window while he's doing it. He's like, hey, y'all get in here. And we're like, oh, what did we do? Like, we have no fucking clue, dude. But we just know he's pissed off. He's like, do y'all even know what that means? And we're like, oh.
California howdy. California howdy.
We're like, no. And he doesn't explain. He's just like, don't do that anymore. I thought we were going to get our ass whooped, bro. I had no idea. Like, we had no clue, but that was just
Fucking awesome.
that was the street that we used to do the jump in front of the car thing. We lived on a street called Natchez in Texas City. Shout out. Actually, that's in Lamarck. Sorry. Shout out Lamarck. We lived in one house down here. And my cousins lived like on the opposite end of the street. So we would just get together and do dumb shit. We'd play baseball with rocks.
Yeah.
And just be hitting them in our backyard. So like the backyard wasn't that big.
Hell yeah.
We're throwing rocks and hitting them with baseball bat. And the rocks are just...
Metal bats too, so they're...
Yeah. I mean, we would do some dumb shit, man. And I think about it now. Sometimes when I get pissed off at my kids,
Think about beating the brakes off. I'm like, man, I was more stupid than
Yeah.
that.
you forget.
You forget.
For real. I usually, it's like after I chew them out, I got to get to the point where I think about it before I chew them out. Because I always yell at them, chew them out, whatever, send them to their room. And then I'll be sitting down thinking, motherfucker, you used to try to light farts on fire and burnt a fucking hole in your carpet. Like, come on, man. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's when you're a parent and you're going through it, it's hard to forget. Like you did some dumb shit as a kid. So that was my
You ever try to Happy Gilmore golf balls?
yes. But I always miss. That's how bad I'm not good at golf.
We did the same, but every now and then when we just
You
hit
connect.
so perfectly and you'd hear breaks and shit, because we weren't doing this again on a golf course. We were doing
Right,
this shit in our
right.
backyard.
No, even when I'm on a golf course, my shit still ends up on
Still
the freeway.
highway.
Yeah, we used to play at Bear Creek, and
That's one
And
thing that I fucking missed. too,
It's
is golfing.
right on Highway 6, and I'm a lefty, but I play righty.
Mhm.
Okay, so and my swing, the way I always had a natural like fade. So Highway 6 is right
You
here,
just got to start turning, man.
I
Hit
know.
the fuck out of the ball that way. It's right on the fairway.
something like that. Highway 6 is right here, and I was one of those people. I'm too proud to take a drop, So I'm gonna keep hitting the ball.
He hit 10 of them in a row.
I'm gonna keep hitting the ball until I hit one straight. Highway 6 is right here, and I'm swink. You hear horns. I'll probably hit like 10 balls in that highway, and my uncle's like, "You better stop, man. You're gonna hit a cop car or something. They're gonna really be in trouble." And like I said, that I honestly want to say that I was a little kid when I was doing that, but I wasn't really that young. So
Fucking hilarious.
And I'm gonna share a story with you guys later about something that happened very recently.
We're gonna save that one for last.
Yeah, we'll have to save that one till last.
I have a personal story that happened. It actually happened this morning. Have you ever heard? So I'm not talking about Maddie or Logan because they're older.
Yeah.
Have you either of y'all ever heard your children cuss?
Yeah.
No, but I've heard my little brother's children cuss a lot.
Have you met my wife?
Shout out, baby.
Have you met my wife?
Okay,
I love her to death, but woman cusses like a sailor.
But like,
my kid's first cuss words is like, "Ooh, can't laugh."
So,
yeah,
maybe
you can't really get mad if you're swearing in front of them.
maybe I'm behind then because I have my children. I've never heard it.
No, you got good kids.
I've never heard them.
Yeah.
They came pretty close, but they caught themselves immediately. Like
Say
and they'll
butt.
go like this.
Say butt real quick or something.
Right. Like I gotta
Yeah.
take a poop. Like they'll do shit like that, right? Well, this morning I've gotten in this super fucking weird habit. Okay, the coffee shit's taken off. I've been getting up every day at 3 o'clock in the morning and roasting 3 or 4 pounds of coffee before I go to work.
Yeah.
Well, this morning, same thing. I get up. Haley gets up at the same time I do, which is not normal.
No.
Right.
Not at all. Like Haley sleeps till 8:30, 9 o'clock. I'm always the first one up.
Right.
She gets up. It's about 5:45. We're drinking coffee, and Fallon stirs up, gets up, and goes, "Hey, Mom, hi, Dad." You know, comes outside. She goes and eats her breakfast and comes back. And Haley's like, "There's this dude in her class who's different," and Fallon says he'll like lay on the concrete and scream and yell, and there's something. Obviously, there's something else going on, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And Haley kind of coaches her and says, like, "Look, people are different, and you got to handle different people different ways and figure out what he likes." Well, he's just mean. He screams at me. I'm like, okay, well, just stay away from him if he's mean. Dude, I'm sitting outside. I'm in my fucking boxers, just chilling. Like I'm awake, but I'm not like awake, right?
Yeah.
And Fallon says, "I don't know why, but he cusses at school, and we're not allowed to cuss at school." He says things like hell. She pauses, and before I turn my head, she says, "and shit." And I'm like,
What happened? What happened to the S word?
I'm trying to keep my face straight. Like, okay, you cuss all the time in
Right.
the car. Like I cuss around.
Full
the kids.
disclosure, one of our trivia questions is going to be how many times has Chris used the F word on this show? I've been counting.
Oh, you're in the hundreds by now.
Oh, easily. So
Triple
I'm
digits
looking
for
at
sure.
Haley. My face is like as red as the fucking Tupac poster. Like I'm like, okay, I can't say anything. I can't fucking say anything because it just falls out of me. Cuss words fall out of me, and I don't even catch myself sometimes. Anyway, I thought it was fucking funny, and I was telling Haley like, I've never heard them just open. Like I said, I've caught them saying like, "I gotta take a poop," but never like.
I think I heard Zoe telling a story and repeating what somebody else said too. I think that happened. I think I heard Zoe say something one
See,
time.
now Zoe is asked, can I repeat what they say?
Right.
And I'll always say, yeah. Tell me exactly what
she's
they
real
say.
proper when it comes to that.
Right. And she'll say, hell or
Fallon
crap.
just grown.
Fallon stepped over a line today, and I was like, okay. Like,
You got to be careful how you talk in front
Because
of kids.
they're conscious about it now.
Yes.
But
Right.
when both Journey and Jaden were younger, like 3-ish, when they're starting to talk and all that, again, you've met my wife. We joke around. She's passionate.
Yeah.
she's passionate.
Journey's first cuss word was fuck. because again,
That's the big
we
one.
use it.
That's the big one.
And it's like, oh, baby, you can't say words like that. That's a grown up word.
Right.
And now, I mean, you've been around. She's
Right,
very
right.
peculiar. She thinks butt's bad sometimes. So it's like,
Yes.
all right,
Yeah,
can I
that's
say
just
this?
funny.
So and Jaden had to one up her. And they're using it in the right context. Like they're dropping something like, oh, fuck.
I love when kids cuss out of context.
Jaden was the same way. He was like running or something, dropped the ball, dropped whatever it was he was playing with. And it was, oh, fucking shit. And I was like, oh. And again, like I said, you got to rear back and like, oh,
Right.
don't fucking laugh.
Right.
Shit ain't funny. Yeah, kids are paying attention. They're
They
listening
are.
to you, and that's why. I'll go ahead and tell this story now. Okay, you guys know, and if you're a regular listener of ours, you know, I'm half black,
What?
and I grew up.
You didn't know that? I was like, hold on, man. What?
And I grew up mostly around the black side of my family.
Uh-huh.
Texas City, Lamarck, shout out. Love you guys. Dickinson. I grew up around them.
Yeah.
And whether it's correct or it's incorrect, and I tend to lean on incorrect, and I don't care what shade of skin you have, the N-word was frequently used, but in the context of
Right.
friendly, not
Right.
not maliciously or
Right.
racist or anything like that. And so that's been in my vocabulary since I was very, very young. And it's something that I, obviously looking the way I do, have to be extremely conscious of.
Right.
Especially like when I moved to California, I wasn't around family no more.
Yeah.
Nobody knew who the fuck I was
Right.
out there. And I slipped up one time on a basketball court and fucked up and said the wrong thing and almost got my ass beat. So, like I said, some people think there's a rule, oh, you can't say that word unless you're black. Like, I really think nobody should say it. It's a word that I've really tried to work hard to eliminate from my vocabulary.
Right.
Because I have a son
Yeah.
who's white. And he's not at the age yet where he doesn't think that I'm cool anymore. He might be getting there. But like, I met Logan, he was 8. He thought I was the coolest, right?
Yeah.
And so sometimes I'd be talking and shit would slip. Also, it would happen in front of Hannah. So one day I'm having the conversation with Logan about not using that word. Like, I think I caught myself using it. And I was like, don't use that word, man. I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. I didn't even realize that Hannah must have been listening. Fast forward probably months.
Mm-hmm.
We're just sitting on the couch. I'm watching TV. And Hannah walks up to me and she sits down and she goes, Nick, can I talk to you about something? I was like, yeah. She goes, when do I get to be in the club where you can say the N-word?
Oh, shit.
I was like, never.
Never.
That's Hannah, no. You don't. That's a bad word. Like, I'm trying to explain to her,
Right,
like, that's
right.
a bad word. I know you've heard me say it, and I apologize,
Yeah.
but like,
Yeah.
And then I try to explain to her that, like, I'm over explaining at this point. I'm trying to tell
Yeah.
her the context.
Right.
When at the end of the day, like, it's really something that I just shouldn't say. And I've been conscious of that because I don't want my fly ass white boy son thinking he's cool, going to school, saying some shit to the wrong person,
Getting his fucking teeth smashed in.
his ass beat in,
Yeah.
because he's just repeating something he's heard me say. Me and my brother actually had that conversation off mic when we were doing an episode together because, dude, I had to go back and like, it was supposed to be Stevenson Boys Unfiltered, like.
Right.
Nah, we had to filter a little bit.
I had to filter that shit a little bit, dude, because I'm like, because it's just me and my brother, we get comfortable, we get in
Right.
the element, and shit
Yeah.
flies out, and I was like, ooh, like, yeah, I might want to go back and renege on that. So
Yeah.
it's one of those things, like, your kids are paying attention to not just the things that you say, but the things you do. And like, when you're a parent, you don't realize. I've heard Logan swear. I've never heard Maddie swear. And Hannah has accidentally dropped some curse words. She caught herself about to say fuck one time and she stopped herself. I can't remember what the context of
Yeah.
it was, but it was pretty funny because she was like, fuck. And then her eyes got real big. And I was like, good catch.
Hit him with
Good
some
catch.
funky butt
Good
loving.
catch.
Yeah.
Funky butt
Did
loving.
he just say?
What movie's that from, Chris?
Oh, I
Ah.
have no idea.
You ever seen Sandlot?
No, it's not
It's
Sandlot.
not Sandlot. Oh,
I'll say
Rookie
Sandlot's-
of the Year.
yeah, there we go.
Baseball movie still.
Still baseball movie.
What's your favorite baseball movie?
Honestly, man, I like Moneyball.
That's a good one.
Everybody laughs at me when I say that. I was like, man, it's not really focused around. It's just the fact that it's
That's a good
not
one.
always about talent. Sometimes it is literally about the numbers and
It's
play the odds, the statistics, so to speak.
I saw a list where that was on there, and I was like, I never really thought about. It's weird to say. I never really thought about that as like a baseball movie. But there are some scenes where like it's in the game, and so.
And I mean, I like all the based on true story type stuff. Like you got like The Rookie, and some of those like that. Like I prefer. Those
I haven't
kind
watched
of.
The Rookie because somebody told me if I watch that movie, I'll cry. Is it emotional? You know how Disney likes to do stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's Disney, but
Yeah.
I mean it's not that bad.
I mean, bro, every time I watch Remember the Titans, I'm like, no, it's just some dust in my eye. We're good.
Damn you, Denzel.
That motherfucker. Yeah, man. Chris, you don't have a baseball movie?
Dude, I'm just gonna be 100% honest with you. Like, if it's not Trailer Park Boys or The Office or Adam Sandler, like I ain't fucking with it.
Dunsky. Okay.
I'm just not a movie
Adam
guy.
Sandler, I was gonna say, did Adam Sandler do a baseball movie?
I was
He
trying
did.
to think, and I don't
He did a
think
football
really,
movie.
Yeah. What's his football movie?
Ooh, The Longest Yard.
Ooh, there we go. All right.
That was a good one. That was a good one. Yeah, like I tell people all the
Superstar
time,
versus
because whenever
Happy
people
Star.
are coming on the show, they're like, "Ooh, let's talk about pop culture." I was like, "Chris,
I
let's
just
talk
didn't
about
listen to it.
let's talk about movies." Like, let's talk about sports.
See, realistically, we know your strengths, bro. So
That's what I'm saying. I was like, "You want to talk about making money? You want to talk about business? You want to talk about punk rock? All day." I was like, "But it's just funny, dude. Chris, you're just a different breed, man. And there's
know.
nothing wrong with that.
Fucking
Ain't nothing
weird.
wrong with that. Like
Haley makes fun of me all the time because I got into this beehive thing a few days ago. Like,
dude, don't tell me you want to get your own honey going now.
I'm like, okay, that gallon of honey. Well, I'm going to the store, right?
that's
like-
slave labor, man.
And I'm like,
Bees
that-
don't smoke.
that gallon of honey is $39. Half a gallon is $39. What the fuck?
Yeah.
So
You
I'm-
ready to get PETA all up on your ass?
I get home and YouTube how to make a beehive. And I'm fucking going, right? I'm going through it and I'm like calling John. I'm like,
Dude,
bro,
the
I
soap.
got it. Like I got our next fucking jump.
That's the soap.
I got it, man. Like I know how to fucking do it. He's like, whoa, hold on. Like
Pump the brakes, brother.
John keeps me grounded a little bit.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
problem with me and Stacy. I get fucking hyped up. Stacy gets hyped up right behind me, and that's a fucking problem.
Yeah.
John, he'll be like, okay, like we don't have. Where you gonna keep a fucking beehive at, dude?
Yeah.
Like,
I already see Chris with what's the shit called?
the beekeeper suit.
beekeeper
net
suit.
and everything.
$239 on Amazon, baby. I already got prices.
He's walking out there like licking bees' asses.
Fucking
Like, oh, this one ain't ready yet.
Hell yeah.
Jeez, man.
It's wild. But Haley laughs at me all the time because it will consume a whole fucking week. I'll get interested in something, man. I'm just like sucked into it. And I'll tell Haley, like, you know
Hey,
that shit
bro.
sells for $18 a fucking pint? And she's like, oh my God.
All I'm saying is, though, is you got your mind on your money and your money on your mind.
He's just looking for the next payday.
That's it.
So there's nothing wrong with that. I tell people all the time. I've told this story, like Chris and I, since we've worked in he worked in the industry that I'm in previously, so we know a lot of the same people. And people walk up to me like, what's old Chris doing now? I know he's doing some crazy ass shit. What's he doing now? And they'll always laugh at him. Oh, you remember the time he was doing this and that and that? And I tell people all the time, look, man, when he gets something that hits, he's gonna be laughing all the way to the bank
All the way
at
to
you,
the
For
brother.
the record, I
motherfuckers.
still get it too because one of the AC companies he used to work for, their guys still come and get shit from us too. So like Elazar will walk in or something like that. He's like, "How's Chris doing?" Oh, yo, he's good. He's still doing coffee. Yeah, he's sticking with it, huh?
Yeah, that's the thing, man, because Chris, I told you when we started the podcast, like I wasn't sure, like we had to give it some time to make sure, okay, he's
Right.
gonna stay with this one.
Yeah.
Because he's one YouTube video away from going in a completely different direction. So at all times.
It's a fucking squirrel mindset, bro. Like when I get fucking hyped, the one person I do not call is Stacy anymore because
She's like, "Hell yeah, that's a good fucking idea."
right. So she brought this thing up.
And she Googles shit for him.
Exactly, right.
She
She's the
sends
fucking
him-
brains behind all of it. We were talking about something. I'm not gonna say what it is because it is in the works right now.
Right.
Just keep on watching.
Keep on keeping on.
She says this thing. I'm like,
Done.
oh my God, that's a fucking gold mine.
Yeah.
I'm on it. Amazon. I need a fucking material. So it's all fucking ordered. It's up here the next thing. She's looking at me like, bro, chill. Like, you gotta have some chill. You just spent $300. Like, whoa. I'm like, it'll be here in 3 fucking days, man. I can't fucking wait.
Man, I gotta.
And all that shit ended up at my house too.
Right. I'm a startup guy. I get it off the ground.
And I feel like I
can launch it off the ground.
When we were in the chat for the last episode, I was talking to Whitney about how back when in my hater days, and sometimes you can be a hater and not even know you're being a hater. Like,
right.
Chris had shit going on, and I kind of over-exaggerated because I said that I would think to myself that selling soap was the dumbest fucking idea I've ever heard in my life, which is not true. I never actually said that, Chris. But I was on this level where I was like, Chris, he was just excited and passionate. And like, because I didn't have my own shit, like I just couldn't get hyped up like that. And I'm looking at this dude like, soap?
We were both cussing him because that soap was taking up our seats in the garage when we were drinking on the weekend.
Exactly. I'm like,
who got this fucking tray of soap here? Like,
and it was everywhere, and it was all one color, and it didn't smell like nothing.
Some of them were crooked. The mold,
the soap didn't even smell like nothing.
The molds were like laughing at him as he was pulling it out.
Oh god!
And I was like, Chris, that's the thing, man. And I want you to stay the way you are, bro, because you know what? Somebody said, hey, man, I'm going to create this service where you can stream movies through the internet so you don't have to have a CD.
There you go.
And you don't have to have hard copy. And somebody was like, that's fucking bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. This internet's just a fad, bro. It's not going to be here forever. And you know what I'm saying? Like, with successful people, there's probably been a group of people who are pointing the finger and laughing at them.
Right.
But then you're going to take it to the bank and you'll be laughing at them. And they'll be coming to you trying to get a loan.
If you look at every majorly successful person out there, they'll all tell you, I failed more times than I've ever succeeded.
Hell yeah.
And Chris is in line to fail more times than anybody else I know. So he's going to get his damn shot someday.
That's for sure.
And I always see all like all these fancy movie stars. I'm like, man, Samuel L. Jackson was like 40 before he got his first role in a movie.
Yeah,
it's like,
for
Chris,
real.
you got 10 years, bro.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, you got started young, dude. That's why I tell my son all the time, like, don't be me. Don't wait till your life is half over to start doing something. I'm like, be your Uncle Chris. Like, how old were you when you started your lawn service?
Shit.
9.5.
The OG escape days.
20, I think.
Yeah.
I was 20.
I mean, you were fresh. You weren't that far out of high school,
right?
When you started making moves,
right?
And you already told the story how you were working 3 jobs at the same time.
That's what got me. I was working 3 jobs at the same fucking time.
Yeah.
And what really kicked my mindset into this fucking entrepreneurial, like, why would you work fucking 60 hours a week when you can do your own shit, work 20 hours a week, make the same fucking money?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why? Like, it's apples to oranges. You can't fucking compare it. Daleen told me, we went and told Daleen we were pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, how you gonna take care of a baby? I said, well, I got 3 jobs.
Damn, mama was hating.
I work 3 full-time jobs. She's like, when are you gonna have time for a baby? I'm like, well, I can't win for fucking losing.
You should have been like, I'm sorry. I'd have been like, you know what? You're right. Haley, it's over, and walk the fuck out. Your mom's convinced me this is never gonna work. Just to be a dick. Okay.
Yeah, dude, like, I don't know. It's just my fucking, it's the way my mind is wired now.
It's how you tick.
Yeah.
It's how you tick. Look, man.
When something gets it, dude,
I give you props. I mean, like I said, that energy is the reason we're sitting here doing this right now. And I mean, that's what I want. I was like, I got to break off a little bit of Chris,
right,
and put it in this podcast. And that's why I hope to build this team and get everybody with that same energy. And the cool thing about it is on the days, what I hope we can do for each other is on the days that I'm not feeling it, that energy gets me hype. And on the days you're not feeling it, my energy will get you hype. And I don't know, man, the podcast, one day I finished recording, you know, talking about laughter's the best medicine and even what we do, love and good vibes. I'd been in a shitty mood and we did a podcast episode. I came downstairs and I was in a good mood and Whitney's like, man, like you're always in a really good mood after you record.
Yeah.
And I was like, I am, and until I have to go edit, and I'm pissed off again. But that's gonna be Jonathan's problem now. No.
See, I've looked at Chris before too, and like talked to Stacy about it, and been like, man, I feel like Chris does so much. Like, should I be doing more too? Like,
Yeah.
like
All of a sudden you stop feeling manly, so you grow your beard out a little bit more. Put some extra chest hair on there. Hey.
It really makes me feel good when Chris comes over to my house after I mowed the yard. He's like, man, your yard looks good. Like,
hell yeah.
I'm like,
Chris Clark approved. Yeah,
I
man.
run home and cut my fucking grass real quick just to fucking keep up.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, you know what? Speaking of, we share the same lawnmower, and it's been in my garage for a long time, man.
Hey,
He used
Did you hire
mine last
somebody?
time.
You hire somebody?
Fuck no. Here's the problem, right? Here's the problem.
I was like, Chris cheating on my lawnmower.
Fucking 3 months
Or his
a
own
month and a
lawnmower.
half ago, right? I'm at the fucking car dealership. I'm like, you know what? I don't need a truck or I don't need a fucking SUV. I don't fucking need it. And
Yeah.
I call Haley. I'm about to buy a car. What do you think about that? She's like,
Whatever you want, honey.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's what you want. Like, you've had a truck and an
Now
SUV
you have
for
nothing to
so
put the
long.
lawnmower in.
Nothing. I have nothing to put the lawnmower in. I have nothing to
makes
fucking
sense.
haul anything in.
Ask him how he rolled out to get his lawn mowed.
I walked to Jonathan's house, got that motherfucking golf
He
cart.
walked, and we put that shit in my golf cart in the garage.
Hell yeah.
That's what's up. Okay, okay. I was like, I know Chris didn't go get Pedro again or whatever his name was.
No, we're not fucking with that.
Yeah, man. Talk about some stories. Woo.
Oh,
Man.
that motherfucker. David.
Yeah,
Was
David.
his name.
That was so racist. I called him Pedro. God damn.
Look at you. Shame, shame.
He
Don't say he looked like a Pedro.
yeah, I saw a vote for Pedro meme not that long ago. It was
I'd
on
have
my
voted
mind.
for Pedro.
Yeah, man, we should have.
Y'all
Everybody.
Did y'all see the Kanye West calling for recall memes? I want a
Hey,
recall.
Hey,
that
no.
reminds me.
That's why
That
Arizona took
reminds
so long.
me. We have a
Yeah.
score. We have a score to settle, sir.
Kanye
You
won.
told
Arizona.
me Kanye was going to get 1% of the vote. He did not, because he wasn't even on the ballot everywhere.
I wrote him in.
Now, what we did is we didn't give you, because remember I said if he gets 1% of the vote, I'll eat a 10-piece of blazing hot wings from Buffalo Wild Wings. That's what I said I would do. I'm gonna in
Chris
your
was
defense.
like, nah.
In your defense, you never said you would do anything if you were wrong. So I didn't catch myself. Like that was kind of a one-sided bet.
Check the tape.
We have to check we'll be checking the tape soon.
We'll check the tape.
You-
I hope to fucking God.
You didn't say you would do anything. I told you because
Be shitting like a fucking.
I told you
pet
if he
for a
gets
week.
1%, I will eat a 10-piece of blazing hot wings from Buffalo Wild Wings. But you never agreed to do anything if he didn't.
That's why Arizona took so long. He
And
won
I-
the poll there. They had to recount because like, how the fuck he win?
Or Nevada, they're saying, like, they don't want to tell everybody that Nevada's Kanye West, so they're just shutting the fuck up. Like,
Oh my
God
goodness.
damn, bro.
Oh my goodness. So obviously Stevenson Clark, we didn't prevail in 2020 either. We got
That's all right.
2024, man.
I did post that on my somebody posted a comment. So I did this thing about small business and Christmas this year, right?
Yeah.
And our buddy Colin was like, "Thanks for being so I don't remember what he said. Committed to our community or something like that." He's like, "Chris
Yeah.
Clark for mayor 2024." I was like,
Uh-oh.
"What y'all think about that? Huh?
About to
What
make-
y'all think about that?
About to make my first leap into politics.
We're gonna rain down."
Dude, I'm telling you,
Nah,
the United Streets of Chris.
nah.
Chris would immediately have to resign because someone would say something so stupid. He'd look at him like, "You look here, motherfucker."
Why are you still here? What the fuck are you doing?
Oh shit. Okay.
See, I wouldn't be like that, Paul. I would go like this.
You'd be
like-
Joe Exotic, but
Bro, I
without the
ain't wearing
tigers and meth.
I ain't want, yeah.
He'd wear that purple shirt,
We'll get
that
some
blazer,
fucking
and
tigers.
his going out shorts.
Hell yeah.
Joe Exotic without the condoms, meth, and tigers. That's how.
Tigers is in the air still.
Okay,
Tigers
maybe,
in the air.
maybe
We-
tigers.
We might can work something like that in.
Shave a cat.
Oh my goodness, that you have to let me be your campaign manager if this happens.
Bro, what's funny?
Nick said, "I could be a hype guy."
Because you know what?
What's
Oh man, I was about to say I don't know the mayor's name, and then his name just popped in my head.
Jerry Mouton.
It's Mouton, right?
Yeah.
I like him.
Dude, he's a great guy.
I like
Great
him.
fucking dude. And
I like him.
That's the thing. If I picture this shit in my head because
Mayors have term limits, though, right?
Don't get me lying.
Do they?
I really don't know.
Do they?
I think mayors have term
I
limits.
think you have to actually sit on the city council
Right.
in order to get that position.
We could work that shit out.
I just look at some of these career politicians that have been in it for 40-something years, like how you get.
I
in it
don't
that
think the
long.
mayor of Deer Park gets paid though. I could be wrong.
Chris
but
ain't doing it.
I don't. Oh yeah.
Do this shit for free? Oh hell no!
Hell
He's
no.
like, how can we spin this so we can make some money?
That motherfucker stand up on the ITC fire like this. A nervous fucking wreck. Hell no.
Yeah. I wouldn't do that for free.
No.
Hell no. He's got to get paid something.
I don't think they do. I think
He
in
gets
like
a free meal at Whataburger every other day.
Yeah, no shit. I think in like the
And a
bigger
snow
cities
cone from
like,
Tropical Chill.
like Houston, they get paid, but I don't think little towns like this they do.
Let's see if we can get
I
Mr.
could be
Luton to
wrong.
come on the show.
You know who we need to reach out to is Robert Jeter. He's all into local
Oh,
politics.
yeah.
He would know. He probably got that motherfucker's social security number. Like he's
Yeah, let's
In
get
his pocket just in case. Like,
Right.
I wonder if we could get Mouton on the show. That'd be.
try. Shoot.
I mean, it's Deer Park. It's a small town, man.
aim high, bro.
That's it.
Let's get Mouton on the show.
Name drop.
I got him on Facebook.
Name
I'll
drop
start
Chris
tagging
Clark.
him.
All you got to do is name drop.
You're
Chris
friends with
Clark.
him on Facebook?
Hell yeah.
That's how you
See?
roll?
Name drop.
Shit.
Bro, we ain't fucking around. We ain't fucking
Shit,
around.
man, I'm fucking up, man.
Telling me,
once again, Chris has put me in check. I'm fucking up. This dude's friends with the
you gotta
mayor.
hit the mayor with, my brother-in-law Chris Clark, who you're friends with.
For real. For real.
You gotta play
he
your
is
words
also
right.
the co-host of the Smells Like Middle Aged Spirit podcast. Yeah, man. I really hope that once we put this team together and we start, I want the Smells Like Middle Aged Spirit podcast to be kind of a synopsis. Like you say Deer Park, you think about local businesses like Tropical Chill, like
Right.
Fair Dinkum Coffee. You think about Charburger. You think about, hopefully one day, the Smells Like Middle Aged Spirit podcast. Like, we want to be a podcast for all the people, but like, I want, Deer Park, like, there's not a lot of podcasts taking place here. I know because I've actually looked. There's not a lot going on. There's a couple, but there's not a lot. And we're trying to, I told you when we started, man, I'm trying to be that golden goose, man. But I'm falling behind, so we'll step it up. We'll step it up in season 3.
I got a bunch of
Season 3, we're stepping it up.
right. And see, I got a bunch of fucking ideas of like how to take this from just a podcast and make it like a brand,
A media machine.
right? Like
That's what we're trying to get to.
that's what we're like.
That's what we're trying
And
to
there's a
get
way
to.
to do it, man.
Are we
There's-
gonna have to get John to sit in on those ideas?
John might have to be here. To fucking
Because Chris is gonna be like, I say we do
Whoa.
100 down Center Street.
And we have body paint of the logo on Chris's stomach while he's hanging out the top of a sunroof.
So we rent a plane with a flyer behind it.
Yes.
I actually saw a video
And
how
we
they picked
landed
those
on
motherfuckers
Center
up the other day.
We landed on Center Street.
It was pretty interesting.
So, okay. I think in order to ingratiate yourself into the community like that, you got to be honest. You got to
Right.
be
Right.
transparent.
Right.
And you even got to be able to make fun of yourself a little bit.
Absolutely.
So I did something recently.
It's golden. Just go with it, man.
It was November. The election was the 3rd.
Yeah.
And they called the election on what, the 8th? The 7th or the 8th? Anyway, that day will always, for most people, be remembered as either the day Donald Trump lost or the day Biden won, or maybe you were rooting for Kamala Harris to be the first woman of 18 different colors, whatever, do, like the first woman to do a lot of, first woman of color, there was a lot of firsts. A lot of people are going to remember that. For me, I'm going to remember it as the day that I fucking...
Dude, I can't even. I laughed. Whitney sent me the fucking video.
We watched it like 4 times
And
the
I am,
first shot.
I am not gonna lie. I'm sitting. Haley does this fucking thing, right?
I gotta tell people what happened first. Hold on. I will forever remember as the day that I had to chase my fucking car down my own driveway into the street because I forgot to put it in park and set an e-brake.
Let me ask you this: what were you watching on your phone?
Election coverage.
And I thought that was fucking it, but I didn't. I couldn't.
I had to pee, which is probably why I wasn't really paying attention to what was going on with my car. The listening audience is going to have to forgive us. I'm going to post a video on social media. I'm also going to post a video on our episode. I'm going to let you guys check this out really quick, and then we'll commentary.
I fucking love it.
It was at this moment.
Bro.
Yeah. It was at this moment he realized he fucked up.
You gotta get that on TikTok, man.
For the record, we never knew you ran quite so fast. We've been running with you, and like we placed the kickball shit around in the backyard and all that whatnot.
Okay.
Motherfucker, you were fast.
That's what I was. I told some people, I was like, look, man, you roll my car down a hill, hand me a football, I'm gonna be like Forrest Gump and just run straight through everybody. Bro, I couldn't. I don't remember the last time I ran that fast. So this is what happened. I pull into the driveway. For the listening audience, I pull into the driveway, and on my doorbell camera, as I'm walking up to the door, you can see the car slowly rolling backwards behind me. Now, normally I would not look back. I would just open my door and go in the house. But I heard tires on pavement, and so I thought Whitney was pulling into the driveway behind me. So I turn back and look, and that is the moment I realized that I fucked up. My car is not that heavy, which is probably the problem, and my driveway is not that big of an incline.
Yeah.
But that bitch just took off on me, dude. And so I'm hauling ass, and if I could have done this,
Did you lock the doors, or were they unlocked?
No, they were unlocked.
Oh, see? There.
If I could have done like this superhero maneuver where I could have gotten into the car without having to slow down to open the door, I would have made it in time. I did not make it in time. The bitch jumped the curb and ran into the store and ran into the street sign.
At least it didn't hit a neighbor's car, because they all lined that shit up
I'm
right there.
so lucky that like a kid wasn't in the street. Like, honestly, dude, like once I realized that everything was okay, I got a little nick on my bumper. I was like, okay, I can laugh about this now. But that could have went really bad.
When did you hit your bumper?
It hit on the...
So you got nick on your bumper?
I missed my opportunity. I'm gonna have to edit that in later. Yeah, so
dude,
I would love to say that that's the last time I did that, but I did it at work a couple days ago. Fortunately, I was on a flat surface.
Oh, damn.
But I opened up my trunk and I leaned on it, and the car started rolling forward because I was putting something in the trunk.
He's cussing at himself. This
I
stupid motherfucker.
I'm like, oh my God, I need to go to the doctor, take some ginkgo biloba or something.
Dude,
I couldn't even blame it on having to pee and the election going on. Like,
bro, I'm not even kidding. I'm fucking late. Haley does this thing. I will get in bed, okay, and I'll get nice and comfortable, and I'm like 45 seconds from fucking KO out.
You start saying stupid shit?
No. She's like, babe, you rub my feet? I'm like,
I said, bitch.
I said, yes.
What is it? What is it?
And thank fuck I did, right? I'm sitting there, and it's like 10:30.
You fell asleep giving a massage?
No.
Tell me you fell asleep giving a massage.
No. What time
Big toe in his mouth.
What time did you get home that night?
I actually was not. Because I was working that evening. That was actually me taking a lunch break.
Oh, okay. So 9-ish?
It was probably 8 o'clock, 9ish.
Okay, yeah. So I'm in bed about to pass out, and both me and Haley's phones go off, and it's Whitney. And usually, if it's like a group text, I don't even fuck with it. Like, I don't wait for tomorrow. And bro, thank fuck I did. I opened this motherfucker, and I got lotion all over my hands. And I'm looking at it like, what the fuck just happened? And I rolled back, and man, I dropped that fucking phone, and I'm laughing so hard, like my stomach's hurting. Haley's like, okay, I'm done. Like, you can go back to sleep. And I'm fucking playing it back and back and back. I'm like, what the fuck what was he fucking thinking? And just crying, laughing, dude. My stomach was sore the next day from fucking laughing. So
Whitney
hard.
told me you were cracking up over that.
Oh man, it fucking had me rolling. It had me fucking rolling.
You know what's funny?
I didn't know if you were gonna be sensitive about it or not, so I didn't like.
Here's the thing, dude. Like, I can laugh at myself.
Right.
And I she sent it to you guys. I'm like, that's funny. She sent it to a friend of hers at work, who in turn made a fucking TikTok out of it. And that bitch is probably gonna go viral at some point, and I'll have nothing to do with it. Like nobody will even know that it was me. I should have jumped ahead of it.
I cannot wait till you post this on fucking Facebook. I can't fucking wait. Like it was the highlight of my fucking week.
And I sent it, you know what's funny is I sent it to Whitney, like, haha, laugh at this. Because what it did is I had to go back through the doorbell camera, play it over, and then I recorded it on my phone. And I sent it to her with no words, no context. I just send it. And as soon as I hit send, I was like, why do I have a feeling I'm going to regret this? I was like, no.
Bro, you fucking took off, man. Like I
was wearing some fucking boat shoes too. Like I didn't even have any good running shoes on. You know it's funny because at work we always talk about like who can run the fastest or whatever. And I guess some guys raced at work one time, and I was like, yeah, I'll race y'all. So we, you know, into shifts. Everybody's like clocking out.
Push Nick's car next time.
Yeah, next time just push. I will smoke anybody. So, you know, it's the end of work. Shift's over. You know, we're doing shift change and stuff. The new guys. So the guys coming in, they're like, what are y'all doing? They're like, oh, Nick and so-and-so are about to race. Like, we'd been talking crap. And, or no, we weren't racing. We were running 40s. So we were timing it. And I'm wearing like work boots and stuff. I'm like, it's end of the night. I'm tired as hell. I've been climbing short tanks, whatever.
Right.
And, I was like, if I get anything more than 6 seconds, I'm going to kill myself. I was like, if I get anything more than 6 seconds running the 40, I'm going to kill myself. I'm in boots. So I run it, and I think I got like a 6.25. Like it was like close. Not fast. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, man.
Chris, he starts taking the long walk off the short pier.
I was like very disappointed in myself because I used to be fast when I was young, but everybody was like, man, Nick, they were like, that was a whole lot faster than I thought you were going to be. For a big guy, they're like, you got form. I can tell you used to run. They're like, it looked good. You weren't moving as fast, but it looked good. It's like, fuck you guys, man. Oh, shit. So yeah,
like, let me drop 30 pounds.
You roll my car down a hill, and there'll be glimpses of my former athleticism for sure. Oh, man. I'm glad you guys got a laugh out of that. I'm telling you, though, because Whitney, her friend, made a TikTok. They were hee-hawing, ha-ha. They were going back and forth. I was like, all right, motherfuckers, that's cool. Y'all just wait. I was like, you just wait, because when I start chopping, I don't leave heads on shoulders. Heads are going to roll.
Wait till I catch you doing some stupid shit on the Ring doorbell.
For real, man. But yeah, I thought everybody would get a kick out of that. I know you guys did. I can laugh at myself. It was funny. So
I can't. Oh my god.
All right, it's out there now. But I feel good, and I appreciate you guys coming here, man.
That's a.
You know, it's funny, dude. Before we wrap up, so we go to your son's birthday party.
Right.
This motherfucker, before I even walked through the door, he just got the biggest fucking smile. Bro, I've never seen somebody smile and you can see their molars. This motherfucker, he just has the biggest smile on his face. And I look at him and I know what he's thinking about. And this is like 3 days later. And I knew what he was thinking about. I'm like, Jesus.
You had to tell him now we drove Whitney's car.
Yeah, dude. I watched that fucking video probably 100 times, man. Every time I just fucking crack up laughing.
Oh, my goodness.
Fucking golden. I love it.
But yeah, man. This is what I needed, man. I feel good. I'm glad we got together.
Yeah, for
chopped it up a little bit, shared some laughs. We're trying to make it to this finish line of season 2. We're going to do Love and Good Vibes next week with our good friend Josh Beard returning, and then a new friend of ours that the audience may not be familiar with, Stephanie Berryhill. That's going to be a good time. That's what we do best, Chris, like, is try to put people in this type of mood. Right. And, you know, whenever I was thinking about, okay, what are we going to talk about? Like, once again, like, the election and shit was going on. And I'm like, and people kept out, are you going to talk about the election? And I'm like, fuck no.
Only if you say it really nicely.
No. And, you know, and I was like, okay, how can we, you know, I always want our show to be relevant. And so sometimes I stress myself out, like, should we be talking more current events? But this is our lane, bro.
For the record, that's pretty current.
That's current.
That's very true.
Nick chasing his fucking car down the driveway is very current.
That's true. That's true.
And it's
but
way better than the fucking election.
This is our lane, bro. This is what we do.
Yeah.
We get together, we chop it up,
Right.
and we just bullshit, and
Right.
we have a good time. And Jonathan, I'm glad you were part of it this time. You sound great on the mic. I think I could teach you to edit.
Hashtag
Very
I don't want to do
easily.
it my damn self no more.
I keep like telling myself, you got to stop saying how shitty editing is, because
you don't find
You're
nobody
never
do
going to
it.
get anybody to do it.
it's not that it's shitty. It's just I think if I could let it go, because I'm so meticulous, like,
Yeah.
and I'm overdoing it.
Right.
If I could just let it go and say, hey, if I say too much, take it out. If
Right.
somebody farts in the mic, whatever.
First time somebody edits, you know, man, why the fuck did you cut that out?
I'm gonna have to let it go. That's
But-
why I want a team, man. I want us to put our heads together and put out the best product that represents.
Is there still
us.
as much editing as when we first started, or no?
Has it become easier?
No. The only thing that's
Because
actually
I feel like we're getting better.
I'm getting better because I've figured out some new tricks. One of the things, one of the problems is I still teach myself how to do this. And so I'm learning some new tricks that will make it go a lot faster. And I'm not going to be completely involved in that. We hope to be if we bring in technicians, you guys have to take. Let's say you don't want to do this. I'll let you edit the audio. You can do it in less than an hour. Sometimes, I mean, sometimes I edit a little too meticulously and it might take longer, and then whenever I'll do, whoever is doing the video the next week, I'll do the audio, like kind of rotate. And it just, that way, I don't want anything to be too much for anyone. You have a family, we all have families. Like,
Right.
I want them to be involved, but not have too much to do where they feel like,
Yeah,
I don't
of
want to.
course.
And I gotta stop talking shit about editing. It's not that bad. It's just my least favorite part of it.
Right.
You guys know me. I'm the ham. I like to be on the mic, in front of the
course.
camera,
Yeah,
and
of course.
it is what it is. But
Doing Boo Boo Radio.
Boo Boo Radio, yeah, for sure. So thank you guys for showing up, man. This was a good time. I think we should go find a little something to eat and sip on. Personally, I mean, the weekend's not over, so
I'm fucking starving. I have not eaten at all today.
yeah, you're doing the damn dad thing. Well, first of all, congratulations to you guys on surviving soccer. And thank you for coming through on the show. I want to shout out real quick some of our sponsors. Stephen Terry, Pest Elimination. I saw your brand new wrapped up van rolling down the streets
Look
of Deer
sharp,
Park.
man. That motherfucker looks
I
sharp.
saw it too.
I saw him. I texted him. I was like, "Oh, I see you big time." I took a picture of
we were
it.
driving by it, man. I said, "Look at Steven's new van." He was like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "That fucking big badass van you just got."
Yeah, I saw you rolling through the streets
That
big
thing looks
time.
sharp.
Every time I see Stephen Terry's name, I'm like, if it's scary, call Stephen
There
Terry.
you go. And that's what it is. So you guys give him a call. Look him up on Facebook. Stephen Terry is a well-known individual in the Deer Park area, but he's got a wide map. So if you're anywhere in the Houston area, hit him up. I also want to thank Sarah Cooligan of the Urban Soap Bar. Once again, congratulations on being married recently. You and Travis, we wish you guys well. I want to thank Banerjee Plastic Surgery, my baby. You guys call her. She's going to hook you up. You guys want Botox, you want dye sport, you want to get a booby job, you want a new booty Judy, whatever you want to do, go to BanerjeePlasticSurgery.com and let them know you listen to the show. They're going to hook you up. $1,000 off any procedure. And then I want to thank my man, Josh Beard, the one and the only. He's a realtor for Keller Williams. He's the best in the biz. He's going to be here on the show next week. Thank you so much for your support, for your sponsorship. Thank you guys for sticking with us through some of the ups and downs of the show. But we're coming strong next season, man. We got a couple more episodes left. We're going to have a battle of the super fans coming up. Josh is also going to be a part of that. So, Josh, thank you so much for being a part of the show, for the love and the support. And we're going to keep this thing going. So, guys, thank you so much. We had a great time. Guys, go follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm probably going to get back on social media now that the election's over. We'll get back to doing the thing we got to do. And you guys want to tell the world anything before we get up out of here? Jonathan, thank you so much.
Oh, no, I
I think
appreciate
you did a
having me
wonderful
on.
job. I love, dude, you sound good on the mic. It might take my job. I don't know. We have to reevaluate this shit, man. But yeah, you guys want to throw anything out there before we go?
I think we're good, man.
All right, man. For our special guest and hopefully future team member, Jonathan Hughes, my name's Nick Stevenson.
My name's Chris Clark. We'll see y'all next time.
You've been listening to the Smells Like Middle-Aged Spirit podcast with Nick and Chris. For more show content, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.